Hello, everyone, and welcome. And create that awkward moment where you go to check on your silent auction items. You can just do it all from the comfort of your own phone. So the auction closes exactly at 7:30, so at least we know the ground rules here. Winning bidders are going to receive a confirmation email with a link to pay on the foundation website. And tomorrow, a member of the NICE team will nicely follow up with you on the details of claiming your prizes. Now, if you purchased a raffle ticket, you definitely want to stick around to the end of the gala to see if your name gets pulled. I will be doing that with my special guest, Stacy. Raffle winners are going to be contacted tomorrow, also with details about claiming prizes. So let's get started with our main event. Our first story is from Jessica, and she is going to share how she became her own primary advocate on the road to a diagnosis and healing.
In 2015, I was really soaring. I was 32, had just gotten married, started my nonprofit I'll Go First, which empowers people with the tools to take charge of their trauma recovery care, accumulating my career in anti-sex trafficking efforts and storytelling. I had just signed with my first book agent about searching for my biological family, whom I had just found, and I was in my dream graduate program on my way to studying a doctorate in trauma and neuropsychology with Harvard Medical School. Now, growing up in a home with abuse and addiction, having my entire immediate family pass by the time I graduated from high school, now, a half a lifetime later, that year felt like I had reached my moment. Everything was falling into place until everything fell to pieces. It started subtly at first, not remembering things, misplacing items, then becoming more disorganized, not just with work, but like everyday things, like how to get dressed in the morning. I was embarrassed that I couldn't adult anymore. I wasn't myself. I started getting snappy, more isolated and depressed. 2 years went by and my life was really crumbling. I was crumbling. Around this time, I was at a cafe and saw a bookshelf with free books and one that was called Brain on Fire. The only reason I picked it up was that I was studying neurology in my program. I had no idea what it was about. I flipped open to a page at random and caught one sentence where the author Susanna talks about her partner noticing she was having temporal lobe seizures because of the way her mouth moved. While standing in that coffee shop, a ludicrous thought crossed my mind. Could my anxiety really be seizures? On a desperate whim, I tweeted at Susanna, and to my surprise and endless gratitude, she responded and recommended Lenox Hill. When I first called to set up an appointment, I almost hung up before Star picked up and asked if I was having seizures. All I could offer was, I think so. These little moments count when we think of patient care. Star had patience, believed me, and within a few weeks, all roads led to Dr. Chong's office anyway, when I found myself in his exam room beginning the journey of healing that so many of you watching at home are on as well. The most miraculous part is Susanna's book made me think I was having seizures. The reason I was having seizures happens to be autoimmune, just like hers. From my work with trauma survivors, I know that first moment of insight and curiosity about healing, that first moment of the audacity of hope, of wow, maybe I can get my life back. Maybe I can feel better. How we respond to this moment will make or break the spirit of someone who is struggling. Having doctors and each member of the department staff advocate on your behalf to make sure you get the testing, receive treatment, who remain curious and unrelenting about finding the causality of your symptoms, and who most of all have patience and believe your patients, that is the unique trait of a doctor and of a department. And that's what makes Lenox Health unique. It's been 4 years since I've joined this brave patient community, and here's what I've learned. The most significant barrier you may have to your care is your own self-consciousness. Brain symptoms are notoriously invisible, and you may find yourself, like I did, feeling embarrassed, shy, or distrustful of your own experiences. This is the fight of your life, so fight for your life. Speak up and self-advocate. Health is your right. Be relentless about your healing, and if something doesn't feel right with your doctor, trust your instincts. The art of medicine is collaborative, and you are the most important part of your care team. So find doctors you can feel comfortable with. And remember, we're all on your side. Everyone's collective goal is for you to get better and lead a fulfilling life. I am not fully healed. I have to be mindful that my disease may come back at any time for any reason. But as one of my colleagues, Dr. Ash Kumar, once said to me, you may not be cured, but you can still find healing.
Stories like Jessica's are all too common. And while the nuances may be different for each person, they're incredibly powerful, especially when they can move forward to on the road of healing. And that's what NICE aims to do for all of their patients. She mentioned that her connection to Lenox Hill Hospital began when she picked up a copy of Brain on Fire. The New York Times bestseller describes Susanna Cahalan's struggle to recapture her identity after she woke up alone in a hospital room, strapped to a bed, unable to move or speak, and with no memory of how she got there. It is a harrowing tale. I highly recommend reading it. it was something that was completely riveting when I read it. But the physician who has a starring role in that and helped Susanna with her life-saving diagnosis and put her on the path to recovery is Dr. Suel Najjar, Chief of Neurology for the Northwell Health System and Chair and Professor of Neurology at the Donald and Barbara Zucker School of Medicine at Hofstra Northwell. And he joins us live now from Lenox Hill Hospital. Good evening, Dr. Najjar.
Good evening, Kirstin, and thank you very much for your kind and generous introduction.
Well, I hope I made sure that I got every single word and accolade and attribution to you, because as a journalist, we always like to put a title underneath people. I would have told you that you would have gotten 2 words, but I'm really happy that I was able to say all 27,000 of those, because I know you've earned them.
Thank you very much, Kirstin, for your kindness. Appreciate it. The patient who made me earn all these things. It's all about the patients.
So tell us how it is that stories like Jessica's and Susanna's can help people understand the work that you do and also inspire them to be able to jump into this with all of us and be a part of the evening.
Thank you very much, Kirstin. But first, let me welcome everyone to the annual gala event. We made this event virtual, obviously, for obvious reason because of COVID-19 and safety issues. But the idea behind the decision to proceed anyway with the virtual gala is to continue to raise awareness about the challenges associated with living with epilepsy and to highlight the core mission of Northwell Initiative to Cure Epilepsy, which includes saving lives and improve quality of life of those afflicted with epilepsy. Tonight's event would not have been possible without all of you. And I assure you, joining us tonight to support our mission is immensely appreciated by the entire Northwell Health System and Northwell Epilepsy family. Northwell mission is about advancing care, providing excellence in clinical care and academia. It's all about the patient. Susanna's story, Jessica's story, among others, reflect commitment of all Northwell physicians to our patients. This is about patient. Tonight's event about patient, about outcome experience, about improving life. We all learned through all those stories that the doctor-patient relationship is something very special. And it's rewarding for both patient and physician. And Northwell committed to excellence and care to provide the best care that is individualized, focused on advancing the quality of life of all our patients. We have grown enormously over the past 5 years. 5 years ago, we were a total of 22 neurologists, and today we are 73 neurologists. We expanded neurology services to serve our community throughout the New York State in all disciplines: stroke, Parkinson's disease, autoimmune brain disorders, and of course, epilepsy, among others. And I'm happy to say Northwell Epilepsy Program is among the largest epilepsy services in the nation. It's the home of 5 advanced epilepsy centers, and 3 of them provide comprehensive epilepsy care to include epilepsy surgery. It's supported by 23 academic, experienced, compassionate epileptologists, and some of them world-renowned. I'm going to take this opportunity just to recognize and congratulate Dr. Ruben Kuznecki for receiving prestigious award given by American Epilepsy Society yesterday for his clinical science research. This is a prestigious award given annually by the American Epilepsy Society for those with distinguished clinical research that improve the quality of epilepsy patients. I'm proud that one of our own, Dr. Ruben Kuznecki, received this award. So thank you again for all of you for making tonight's event possible, for your support our mission. And we are always there for you. This is about you, about every patient suffer. No patient needs to suffer. Thank you, Kirstin, for supporting us. Thank you to all of you. And I'll turn it over back to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Najjar. And it is a great comfort to know that those of us who live in New York have access to you and all the incredible physicians at Northwell Health, should we ever need to call on you. It is terrific to have you.
Hi, my name is Dylan. I'm 22 years old. I went to the University of Maryland and I studied finance there. And right now I'm studying to get my licenses to become a financial advisor. In the senior year of high school, I started having these space out moments, and that led into the freshman year of college where I was diagnosed with epilepsy. It was classified as partial complex seizures. And from there, I had to manage this epilepsy throughout college. My life definitely changed in a dramatic way. I lost my privileges to drive. I had to come back and forth from school to home to see many different doctors, do numerous tests from MRIs to EEGs, try a variety of different medications to find the right combination for me. And this was very difficult to manage. Despite battling all these medical issues I was facing, I was still able to maintain a very strong GPA in school, have a very strong social life as well, and join a fraternity, stay active in clubs, and just get the full college experience, which I'm very grateful for and proud of. The idea of having brain surgery was definitely daunting and a little scary, but it was also so exciting because I knew that it provided me the opportunity to change my life for the better. I've been, for the most part, seizure free, and I've regained the privileges to drive again. I've alleviated all the worries about the day-to-days of having seizures, and I've been able to regain the ability to live a normal life again. And I'm so grateful for that. There's definitely a negative stigma surrounding epilepsy due to the lack of discussions and education regarding it. It's so valuable to have a support group and network surrounding you with like people that are also going through it. And that's why I was really honored to participate as a peer facilitator for the PACES program, which is the program of active consumer engagement and epilepsy self-management. In this group, myself, along with other people dealing with the same medical illness, were able to participate together and have open conversations in how to better ourselves and our epilepsy management. I wouldn't have been able to get through this medical journey without the support of so many people, from my parents who slept by my side in the hospital rooms, to the wonderful nurses who made incredible connections with me, to the neurologist who helped me find the right medications for me to take, and finally to the brain surgeon who performed successful brain surgery and allowed me to be seizure-free for the past year. So without all these people, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I'm so grateful for all of them. The advice that I would offer anybody going through a similar medical situation is that epilepsy is not a disability. It's actually could be one of your greatest abilities. The lessons that you'll learn along your medical journey will make you so much stronger as a person and give you just great knowledge, power, strength to just live a better life. If I could go back and change anything, I wouldn't. This has all made me the person that I am today, and I'm proud of that.
Jessica shared with us that having advocates who believed in her while she was on her journey was so very important. Dylan said that being educated during this whole process about what was happening to him throughout the medical journey was important to his healing process. And advocacy and education are two of the pillars, two of the three pillars of NICE. The third is research. And we've got the perfect person to talk to you about the research that NICE does. Let me bring in now Dr. Kuznicki. He is the founder of NICE. Dr. Kuznicki, it's great to share a screen with you again.
Nice to see you, Kirstin. Nice to be here.
And give us more on the research. It is amazing to hear from patients firsthand, give these testimonials about what their journey was like. But talk to us about the advances that we're beginning to see in research.
Well, at Northwell, we have been working on a very important project called the Human Epilepsy Project, which is trying to understand how people are going to do in the future. So if you develop epilepsy today, what is going to happen to you over the next 5-6 years, which is one of the major questions that most patients will ask. The patients will ask, what's going to happen to me? What is going to happen to my child? And those are very important questions that are difficult to answer sometimes when you see the patients. So we're very interested in that. We're also very interested in trying to advance the field by using new therapies, new clinical trials, as well as looking at outcomes of large patients populations. So one of the major strengths at Northwell is the fact that we can rely on a very large program and a very large hospital program. So that gives us many advantages.
Talk to us also about some of the things that might be on the horizon, something that we have to be hopeful and look forward to.
Well, it's always a new field. We have new medications that are being developed all the time, despite the fact that there are over 30 drugs that are on the market now for epilepsy. But people are always coming out with the next generation of drugs that would be more powerful, give less side effects to patients, and hopefully cure some patients as well.
Cure is an amazing word, and it was terrific to hear from Dylan on the progress that he was able to make. Is that a typical story for one of your patients?
For some of our patients, exactly what you see. Some of them are excellent candidates for surgery, and that's where we can make a big, big impact.
Well, that is a beautiful thing. Dr. Kuznicki, thank you so much for sharing your firsthand frontline information with us and letting us know what has happened between last year's gala and this year's. And I can't wait to catch up with you next year too.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
And now I want to take you to the next portion of our program. Before we get to our musical guest, the Gala Planning Committee, of course, wants to say thanks to the many sponsors and friends who helped make this year's gala possible. It takes a village always to pull one of these things together, not just the people behind the scenes, but the people who are actually supporting on a day-to-day basis. And their generosity has a far-reaching impact on the epilepsy community. If you haven't already donated, please do make your 100% tax-deductible gift right now. You can also contact the Northwell Health Foundation to learn how you can support NICE with a contribution from a donor-advised fund, a donation of securities even, or leave a legacy with a planned gift. Any of those things help to turn what NICE wants to do for 2021 into a reality. Be sure to check back in on those silent auction items to see how you're doing. You don't want to be outbid. And now we want to share more with you about the friends and the sponsors who help make NICE possible.
At UCB, we are inspired by patients and driven by science, and our patients are at the heart of everything that we do. In an uncertain time, UCB remains committed to the epilepsy community, and one way we show this commitment is through our UCB Family Epilepsy Scholarship Program. Under this program, we offer educational scholarships to people living with epilepsy, their family members, and their caregivers, to help them fulfill their dreams.
Winning the UCB Epilepsy Family Scholarship meant the world to me. When epilepsy came in, I had to quit school. But winning this scholarship gave me a glimpse into my future and the ability to create a legacy. I went back to school in my 30s. I gained 2 degrees, and I'm now on the road to go to Harvard.
UCB continues our commitment to patients through our partnership with Canine Assistance. Since 2005, UCB has sponsored the placement of over 400 seizure response dogs. We have also donated $1.4 million to the Canine Assistance cause. We're looking forward to a continued partnership with Canine Assistance.
Hello everyone, my name is Jacqueline and I'm honored to be speaking to you virtually today on behalf of Greenwich Biosciences and our entire team. As a sponsor of the 2020 Virtual NICE Gala, Greenwich Biosciences is proud to partner with Northwell for events like this to help people stay connected in this virtual environment. At Greenwich Biosciences, we are dedicated to offering innovative solutions that go beyond medicine. You may know us best as the company researching and delivering FDA-approved cannabinoid medicines to help address serious conditions, but also know that patients and families are at the center of everything we do. Our mission is to transform the lives of children, adults, and families who live with rare neurological diseases. And tonight we are proud to introduce you to Unspoken Symphony. With our innovative spirit and community in mind, it brings us great joy to give families a new way to connect with each other through art and music. Unspoken Symphony was created for all those who struggle to express themselves verbally. Inspired by a little girl who can't speak, it transforms artwork into an original melody, giving the world a chance to connect and communicate with loved ones like never before. We are proud to be here with you tonight virtually to raise awareness, take action, and continue the fight to end epilepsy. Now, on behalf of Greenwich Biosciences, we would like to introduce you to Unspoken Symphony.
Everybody's just really drawn to Riley, even though she's not really able to communicate.
Yeah, you did that.
We got it good. It's Riley.
Thank you again for all of the incredible and generous sponsors who have helped make this year's gala happen. We certainly appreciate you. That last video introducing Unspoken Symphony shows what an important role music can play in all of our lives. And our next guest is truly a testament to that. Pete Malinverni is a pianist, a Steinway artist, in fact, a composer, a music educator, and has been a fixture on the New York City jazz scene since the early 1980s. And Next year, guys, I would highly recommend buying the VIP pre-pass so you can hear Pete's stories, because I've been sitting in the room before you even got in here, and I got to hear about all his cool stories about what he has been doing during the pandemic and during his time. Pete, it's so great to share you with everybody else on the feed.
Kirstin, it's my great pleasure. I've been a fan of yours. It's a real pleasure for me to meet you.
Well, and I'm so glad that you've been able to find a way to make meaningful music and to make connections even during the pandemic.
Yeah, well, I've always viewed music as a gift, and it's not mine to keep. So it remains a gift if you pass it on, and that's just the way I've always felt about it. And so for me, it's a great pleasure to be able to share it with people. It's been strange, during COVID time, because I don't get to see that usual audience that I've been able to love over all these years. But I've been able to do several things online and prepare some recordings, etc., that I know I'll be able to share before too long. And so I'm just looking forward.
Well, I think it's what all of us are having to do at this point in time, because if we look back too much, we might be crying in our beer a little bit too much on everything that we're missing out on, including getting to see you play live in a club, which is one of the great, terrific pleasures, whether it's a small venue or it's a big stadium. Live music just feeds the soul, and we want to feed people's souls tonight during this gala. So can you share with us a little bit more about this piece that you're going to be sharing with us now?
Sure. There's a thing called a contrafact, which is when a jazz musician writes a new melody over an old chord progression, one that goes with a standard tune. Cole Porter wrote a great tune called "What Is This Thing Called Love?" And I sort of used the chord and formal structure of the thing and wrote my own little melody over it. And I call it "Good Question." And this recording was made at SUNY Purchase on stage there at the Performing Arts Center. And it features my trio, which has the great bassist Ugonna Okegwo, and also wonderful drummer Aaron Sieber. I do want to just add my voice to those who are asking people to give generously. There's the old phrase, give until it hurts, but I say give until it feels good. The work these people do is really quite inspiring, and I just couldn't be happier than to be part of this event.
Great. Let's share your work now, and let's feel good too. Thanks a lot, Pete.
Thank you.
Pete Malinverni, and good question with his trio performing at SUNY Purchase. Wow, what a treat. And it's so nice. Did it remind you how much you enjoyed watching live music and how much you wish you had more of that back in your life? Soon enough, my friends, the vaccine is coming. And while Dr. Kuznicki of Northwell Health is not directly involved in making sure that we get the COVID vaccine, he is directly involved in making sure his patients get optimal care. I want to bring him back in, Dr. K.
Yes, thank you, Kirstin. Thank you again. I just wanted to say again, thank you to Pete. This music was unbelievable. And I'd like to just finish by thanking all of the supporters tonight, our NICE board members, which are not here today, but are supporting us. Jackie, Kirstin, and Jim Show have been terrific over the years, supporting the program year after year. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing. And as usual, we count on a few people to do most of the work for this kind of event. I'm very thankful to all of them. Kudos to Stacy Leisner again for organizing a terrific gala. And this was really a truly interesting year for both of us to work on this, Stacy. Fantastic job. Thank you, Dr. Najjar and the Northwell Epilepsy team for making this a great neurology program and to making this the best place to work. Period. Not a better place. And like Kirstin said, you all have a chance to support NICE tonight by making a donation or bidding on the auction. And we're going to get to the end of the program, which is the most exciting part, the raffle. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. K, for all of those accolades. It's always important to recognize the people who make things like this happen and who keep an entire year's worth of programming going. It's not easy to do, but we appreciate everybody's efforts. And we are winding down, as Dr. K said, but we're not going to let you go without giving you the good stuff. Before we get to the raffle, though, I do want to remind you, 7:30, the silent auction closes, and you can do all three. You can be in on the silent auction. You've already purchased your raffle tickets, and you could also make a 100% tax deductible donation. If you guys know anything about 501c3s, and I'm sure you do, you know that a lot of them have operating costs and not always is the entire gift tax deductible. But on this one, it is. So I hope you will definitely take advantage of that. I want to introduce you now to the event producer who Dr. K was thanking just a few moments ago, Stacy Leisner. Stacy's going to be pulling the names from our silent auction raffle. Hey, Stacy, great to see you. And I have to give you huge kudos for the best set of the night. You've got the tree, you've got the decorations, you've got the pillow, the poinsettia. You're doing great there, Stacy.
We're ready for the holidays, Kirstin. Let's go.
I would take it into the main room, but I am training a puppy and I don't want everybody to hear the dog barking the entire night. This is, you know, stage hands at home are really tough to control these days. There's like the union gets involved. It's really difficult. But anyways, let's start talking about some winners. Okay, Stacy, we have 20 items that we're going to be awarding tonight. And we're going to start first with the travel prizes. Remember what travel was, everyone? We'll get there again, and hopefully you can take advantage of it. We're going to start with 3 gift certificates for 2 nights each at hotels in New York City. Let's start with the Belvedere Hotel. Stacy, will you go ahead?
Here we go. We're mixing them up.
All right.
Belvedere Hotel, Stephen Isaacs.
Congratulations, Stephen. And let's also do the Carnegie Hotel stay.
Carnegie Hotel, Alessandro DeRocco.
Hey, Alessandro, congrats. Hope you enjoy those 2 nights away. Next is the You Choose Travel Getaway with a flight on American Airlines and a 1-night stay at a Hilton family property.
One more hotel, the Pearl Hotel.
Oh, we got the Pearl Hotel. Thank you, Stacy.
No worries, no worries. Here we go. We have Nancy O'Hara.
Hey, Nancy, congratulations. Now let's get to the You Choose Getaway with the flight and the Hilton.
This one is crazy popular. I don't know if you can see how many raffle tickets are in here, but this is the most popular one of the night. And our big winner is Yale Schulman.
Hey, Yale. I hope you enjoy that with your family. We're going to move on to beauty and fashion. These are great, what I call gives or keepers. So it depends which way this goes and how well you've done on your holiday shopping. The Coach Leather Petfolio.
Coach Leather Padfolio is going to Dr. Lato.
All right. And the Michael by Michael Kors Sloan crossbody bag.
Catching up here. This one is going to Patricia Gracia.
Congratulations, Patricia. The 3-piece Miss Dior Eau de Parfum.
This one will be Francia Ryan.
Terrific. And then the $50 Blue Mercury gift card. They are one of the terrific beauty purveyors in the city and beyond.
Going for the bowl here to mix these up again. James Shaw. James, that may be a gift for you to pass along.
The Coach Horse and Carriage City Jacquard leather zip tote bag.
There we go, mixing these up again, good. I think we have a double winner. Francia Ryan's name came up again.
Francia,
Lucky.
you buy a lot of raffle tickets, you can win a lot of things. That's great. The J. Crew oversized cashmere wrap.
There you go. Susan Haar.
All right. And we have 2 Harry and David gift cards. The first one is for $150 worth of goods.
$150 is Phyllis Iradi.
And the $200 Harry and David.
Shira Jacobs.
We also have a $200 Grubhub gift card.
Also very popular. This one is another one that kind of filled up the bowl. Anticipation out there for everyone. Megan Fleming.
All right, Megan, you've got a Friday night, my friend. 2 gift baskets from Tufo's famous wholesale foods. And we the first one is the Grande Italiano basket.
This one is going to Robert and Aaron Wallace.
Nice. And then the Goodies Galore basket.
Stephen Isaacs. Was that another double winner? Did we have?
I believe so.
All right.
Next, we're going to move into the home items, the stainless steel bowl from Mary Jurek Designs Tableware and Home Decor Collection.
Well, we're on a roll for a double winners, Megan Fleming again.
All right, Megan. And then we also have an original framed photographic print of the iconic Portland, Maine headlight at dawn by photographer Amy Drucker.
Oops. Is this another one? Alessandro? Did we have Alessandro earlier in the evening? Alessandro De Rocco?
Yes, DeRocco, absolutely. The last raffle category is memorabilia. We have a copy of Total Power. That's the new book in Vince Flynn's Mitch Rapp series, autographed by the author, Kyle Mills.
And this one is Terry, and I'm sorry, I don't know how to say the last name, K-U-O. Terry.
Cool. Whoa. And then a copy of Brain on Fire, autographed by Susanna Callahan and Dr. Najjar.
Najjar, get your pen ready. Going to personalize this for Jim Shaw again.
And not to be outdone in the book category, a copy of Epilepsy 101, the ultimate guide for patients and families, autographed by our own Dr. K.
Dr. Kuznicki's got his pen ready too for Pamela Hawksworth.
Excellent. Thank you very much for all of our donors, and thank you very much for congratulations to all of our winners as well. The auction is going to close at 7:30, and guys, everybody will be hearing from Stacy Leisner tomorrow regarding all of those silent auction items, so you can figure out how you can get your hands on those. Now, if you have not yet made a donation, what are you waiting for? We're certainly hoping that you're going to be able to do that. You can support at, you can go to support.northwell.edu/nice-gala. That's support.northwell.edu/nice-gala. And you can give there. You can help make the work that NICE does possible. You'll make our gala even bigger and better next year in 2021. Thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. Thank you to our doctors. Thank you to our patients for their testimonials. Thank you to our fabulous musicians. And thank you to all of our magic people behind the curtain who made this happen. If you've ever tried to do anything on Zoom or even organize a Zoom cocktail party for your friends or family, you understand just how difficult it is to make technical things work. And this one has been great to be a part of. It's been an amazing evening. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. I will be getting my 2 a.m. wake-up call tomorrow morning. You don't have to, but I sure hope that you'll tune in at some point during the Pix 11 morning news between 4:30 and 11 a.m. Yes, there are bathroom breaks. And yes, we would love to hear from you. You can also hit me up on all of my social media channels. I'm Kirstin Cole on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I would love to talk to you and get your feedback on the NICE Gala, hear about how you're involved with Northwell Health and their amazing program. On behalf of Dr. Kuznicki, Dr. Najjar, and everyone else at Northwell Health, stay safe and have a terrific, happy, and healthy holiday season. I can't wait to see you in person next year. Come on over and raise a glass. We'll do it together. Great to be with you guys. Have a great night.
Fantastic.